We want to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
So I want to get into this, this subject that's rarely talked about, And I was reading Deuteronomy chapter 15, and when I got to 7, I was reading it with my son. The spirit hit me to do a lesson on this because it's barely talked about, And I feel like it's important because there is a lot of people struggling out there, and they do need help. Whether it's a little bit of food, some clothes, a coat in the winter, that goes a long way. And anybody that knows me knows that I have that heavy spirit in me of giving. I never sit there and be like, well, he's a druggie, so I'm not gonna sit there and give him my coat. He put himself there, or he's an alcoholic, so he don't deserve for me to get him a meal. It's like, who are we to look down on our people? Who are we to say that we would never end up there? That's exalting yourself. You got to humble yourself in this because you never know where the Lord could put you. The Lord gives, the Lord take away, So at the end of the day, you got to give thanks to the Lord, whatever position you are, in this moment. If you're not in that position, in need, So, we're going to start off at Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 7.
There's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 7.
And Salakia, before we start, I know that this is speaking about the maid servants and the manservants that served 7 years, and the brethren and all that. I understand that. But at the end of the day, it's also, the Lord giving commandments that, we should feed the poor. We should give when we have extra, As long as you ate, your kids ate, and you got enough to feed another person, you should do that cheerfully.
If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates.
You see, so it says, a man, one of thy brethren, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, okay? That's what I'm mainly talking about.
And in thy land, which the Lord thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thine heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother. Salakia.
You see? So you should not harden your heart. Should not sit there and say, well, whatever, man. Survival of the fittest. Or, he's a grown man. He should get his own. We don't know what happened to that person, okay? We don't know why the Lord is dealing with him. But at the end of the day, that's not for us to know, okay? We're not sitting here, to trot in the next person that's from our nation. We're trying to build them up. We try to feed them the word. And that's the ultimate, bread we give the people. But, to see a brother in pain, needing some food, needing a little bit of water or a coat because it's cold and he don't got the money to get it. If you got it and you don't need it, then give it. Don't harden your heart. Don't hide your hand from your brother. Okay? You never know when we could end up like that. We got to stay humble in this.
But thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him, and shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need, and that which he wanteth.
You see? So if a brother need a sandwich, and you got the money, knowing damn well that you might spend it on something that you don't need, just go get him a sandwich, man. Throw a drink in there with it. If a brother asks for a small coffee, hey, get him a medium coffee. I mean, how can you harden your heart with somebody needy like that, man? Somebody cold in the winter, knowing the pain they're going through, and you got a closet with 3 or 4 coats that you're not going to use. Is it hard for you to reach into that closet and give him one for him to be warm wherever he's at? You might save that man's life. Okay? Jump down to 10.
Thou shalt surely give him and thine heart shall not be grieved when thou givest unto him, because that for this thing the Lord thy power shall bless thee in all thy works, and in all that thou puttest thine hand unto.
You see? Don't be grieved. So when you give to somebody, don't be thinking about what you gave them. Oh, damn, man. I just spent $10 on this man or $15 on this man for a sandwich and a drink and some chips. Man, I could have put that away. You don't be grieved, man. You don't really need those $15. For what? The Lord's gonna give you food. The Lord gonna give you rest. The Lord gonna keep you warm. Ye men of little faith, as the Lord Yahushua said, man. You sitting here putting your hope on money. I'm putting my hope in the Lord. I'm putting the hope that, I don't care about this money. The Lord gave it to me for me to help. That was the purpose. He gave me a bit more for me to help the next person. You see, we need to wake up. We need to wake up and stop putting our brothers that are aside that are not in this truth. I understand that the word says, who is my mother, who's my brothers, those that are in the truth. But at the end of the day, we still fishing. We still fishing, man. And we got to be blameless in this. And I'm going to show you why after.
For the poor shall never cease out of the land. Therefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt open thine hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor and to thy needy in thy land.
You see? So the poor is never going to cease. There's always going to be poor people. Okay? And I'm talking about our people, 12 tribes of Israel. We're the most beat down, poorest nation on the planet. You see? And until the Lord comes back to grab the sealed elect, that's going to be a fact. There's always going to be poor people from our nation, mainly. And the thing is, we can't, the Lord says, you can't look at the outward man, you see? So we can't look at everybody and say, well, that might not be an Israelite. That might not be this. That might be this or that, whatever. You don't know, man. So in order to be blameless, if a man asks for food, hey, just give it to him if you have it. Okay? You don't know if that man came from the seed of Jacob and could be a speckled bird. Okay? We were scattered through the four corners of the earth. All right? You don't want to be left behind, from those chariots because you denied a Jake that looked like a so-called Edomite or something, food. You denied him food, and now all of a sudden the Lord said, hey, you looked at that man's outer appearance. You didn't know that was a Jake. Now you are accountable for your actions, man. We're not supposed to have that spirit of Esau, Edom, where if the thief came to steal grapes, would they not have left at least the leaves? You see? We're not supposed to come with that mindset. We're supposed to be a light unto the world and lead by example. Okay? 14.
Thou shalt furnish him liberally out of thy flock, and out of thy floor, and out of thy winepress, of that wherewith the Lord thy power hath blessed thee, thou shalt give unto him.
You see? So the Lord blesses you for you to give. You see? Like I said, the Lord is a blessing or a curse. Okay? So unless you want to, be on the wrong side, and I don't think you want to do that because it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the Lord. And you don't want him to bring you down to the state where you're licking the dust. I suggest you people stop being greedy and start giving. Okay? Y'all here worrying about what the hell people think of you, what sneakers you're wearing, what damn shirt you're buying, oh, Louis Vuitton, oh, Fendi this. Bougie ass people, man. While the next person doesn't even have $15 to get himself a decent meal. Stomach rumbling, weak, you know, cold as hell, that can't even take a shower, the least you could do for him is at least feed the man. Try to make him as comfortable as you can with the excess that you got. That's why the Lord says he blessed you, so you should give. Okay? So now we're going to go to Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 17.
There's the book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 17. He that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given will he pay him again.
You say, he that has pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he has given will he pay him again, which means that the Lord will, repay you with blessings. It doesn't mean he's going to give you money back. It doesn't mean he's going to, it could be, he could extend your life. He could do all types of things for you, So he that has pity upon the poor, will get a blessing from the Lord. Okay? So now we're going to go to Acts chapter 20. Salakia, give me a second. Come on. So we're going to go to chapter 20 and verse 35.
I have shewed you all things, how that so laboring ye ought to support the weak, and to remember the words of the Lord Yahushua, how he said, it is more blessed to give than to receive.
You see, it is more blessed to give than to receive. You're supposed to support the weak through your laboring. Maybe they don't have that same opportunity that you have. So, if you're a strong man laboring and you're being blessed as the Lord has blessed you, you should give. And Yahushua said it is more blessed to give than to receive. You see? So why would you be grieved to give? When it's a blessing to give. If you're not in that spirit, you're not in the spirit of Hamashiach Yahushua. You're not abiding in his words. You have to examine yourselves, Israel, because little matters like this are a big thing. Okay? You must sit back and examine yourself and say, hey, man, am I being too greedy? Am I not blessing people with what I'm blessed with? It's a big thing. And Salakia, if it sounds kind of different, we had to move rooms right now, but it's all good. It's all through the spirit of the Lord, So keep it moving. We're gonna go to Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 9.
Yes, the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 9. He that hath a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor.
There it goes again. You see, it is more blessed to give than to receive. You see, it is a blessing, man. How can you not feel good about, you seeing somebody struggle out there and knowing that, yeah, you might not have much, but you got enough and you gave. You see? That's a blessing. That's how you know you're in the spirit. That's how you know you're in the spirit of Hamashiach Yahushua. Okay? That's how you know how you fall under obedience to the Lord, to our Creator, Yahweh. Okay? When you carry that type of spirit and you're not thinking about the foolishness of America, the image that they want you to pose out here, where you're supposed to have the baddest car and all this money and all that, but you're willing to give to the poor for the sake of the word, okay? Because you're in that spirit, it is a blessing. All right? So let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 7.
There's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 7. Every man according as he
Purposes.
purposeth, Salakia, in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for Yahweh loveth a cheerful giver.
You see? So you're not supposed to give grudgingly, like, oh man, this is what I believe in, so, I must do it now, I must do. You're supposed to do it cheerfully, like, hey, this is what pleases the Lord, this is what pleases me. Hey, you're supposed to do it with a smile and with a happy heart, a cheerful heart, man. Not because you feel like you're being pushed to do it. Oh man, I just read that the Lord said I gotta give this man some food, so I'm not gonna deny it. But your heart is still hardened. You feel like you're being pushed to do it. Nah, man, you're supposed to give this cheerfully. Okay? You're supposed to give this cheerfully, man. We all in need, Picture Yahweh Shai leaving us behind. We need to be saved. So picture us being left behind, man. We all in need, man. Okay? Some more than others, but we're all in need. So we're going to close it with 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8.
There's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel.
That's right, you see. So, whose house is that? The lost 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? And especially, if you deny that, you deny the faith. You see, you're worse than an infidel. That means you don't believe. Okay? That means you don't believe in this word that the Lord commanded you to do. So I suggest that you people start examining yourselves, as I said. All right? Check what you don't need and start giving. Okay? Y'all need to start giving. Okay? Because at the end of the day, if you don't start giving, the Lord's going to start taking away. Okay? That could even be your salvation being taken away. You don't want to do that, Israel. You don't want to do that. Because the biggest thing we are waiting for is to be relieved and saved from this oppression. Okay? And be brought to the kingdom. So Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, we're going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
DTA.
DTA.
Abab. Kum Yasharal.